and welcome to Maggie's February Abdominal Challenge Day 27. So just one day to go. It's the penultimate day, guys. So today we're going to go into the plank toe and hand touch. So let's see how we do on this one today. So remember, when doing exercises, take our relevant precautions, seek medical advice where needs be. So we're coming down into the frontal position again. You will then come up onto your hands and onto your toes. The easy option is to do this on your knees, and basically the easy option will be to have your hands wider than your shoulders. You'll bring the knee and hand together and then come back and then do it on the other side. We've got 8 of these, so if you can try the harder option, you'll come up to the toes now. Have your feet just slightly wider than your hips. Have your hands just slightly out, further away from your shoulders, and now turn the hands in a little bit and the wrists out slightly. Bum down, pelvis forward, so we're in that tall plank position. Keep the pelvis tilted, your tummy pulled in, and now we're going to do the 8 repetitions, 1 on each side. So now bring the opposite foot and the opposite hand together and then push that back down to the start position. Now take the other hand and the other foot together and bring that back down to the start position. Really keep the tummy pulled in and do this controlled and steady for number 3, and away we go. And coming across for number 4 and going back. Again, really focus on something. Number 5 and back we go. Tummy nice and tight all the time. Breathe in 6 and back. And again, coming across with the opposite foot, knee bending, hand touching, number 7. And last one, coming together with the toe, knee bending upwards, hand coming down and going back and down to the knee. Excellent, really hard on the balance, that one, but well done if you did it. So back to the very start, we're into the 5 crunch ups. So laying down, elbows wide, laying your hands in behind your head, back down, tummy tight, feet flat, and off we go with the crunches. So crunch up, exhale, come down and breathe in. Crunch up, exhale, and down and breathe in. Crunch up, exhale, keep the elbows wide, keep the chin off your chest, and down. One more, just like this, and number 5, and coming down. Excellent. Turning over now to go into your 30-second plank hold. Remember, you've got the easy option or the hard option. Elbows come beneath your shoulders. Coming up to the toes now if you can. Bum down, pelvis forward, tummy in, and let's do the 30-second plank hold. Now remember to breathe into the upper rib cage. That tummy remains pulled in towards your spine. Breathing as we're going through, just gone halfway. And you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and steadily coming down to the knees. Back over onto the bottom we go now, and you're going into your 6 bicycle twists. So feet come up off the floor, hands behind your head again, back down, tummy tight, and now bring the opposite knee to the elbow and rotate the other leg and elbow out. Come back to the centre and do the other side for number 2. Coming back to the centre, heel, elbow, down and away, back to the centre, number 4. Really get the opposite shoulder down towards that mat. And number 5, nice twist in the upper body, back to the centre, and one more like this, number 6. And back to the centre, and feet down. Over into your 4 spider planks, so back over onto the front we go. Hands again, slightly wider than your shoulders, up onto the toes now, feet hip distance. Bum down, pelvis forward, wrists turned in just a fraction. Remember, we're going to do that bit of a press up. Elbow coming down on both sides as we bring the knee and foot out to the side and up to the elbow. Let's go. So no dipping of the spine. And push back up and do the other side. 2 and push up. Number 3 and pushing up, and last one, number 4 and pushing up. Brilliant. Over we go, back onto your bottom because we're going into the Russian twists. So having the weight or no weight, but try a weight because we're near the end of all of this. Feet down or feet coming up. Remember looking forward and the weight comes hip to hip and shoulder comes across as you twist. Let's go. So 1 and across, tummy tight, 2 and across. Make sure you breathe as you take that weight across your body. And 4 and across, 5, controlled. Number 7 and across, and number 8 and across, back to the centre, feet coming down. Weight going down carefully, and now onto your back again we go, because we're going into the reverse crunches. Cross the feet over, pushing the feet up in the air, back down. Hands can be under your bottom or to the side. Slight sway of the feet and push the hips up. Tummy remaining pulled in towards your spine. Number 2, coming down. Number 3, push up. And last one, number 4, pushing up, squeeze the tummy into the spine. Well done. Feet come down, extend one leg, extend the other leg. Bring the feet together now, press the back down, tummy tight, and into the leg raise we go. So gently bring the feet up nice and slowly, keep the back down, tummy in. And then reversing it back down. It's the reversing down that's so hard. And as you get to this bottom area, hover, it gets so hard to do. Well done. We're going on to number 2. Nice controlled, slow, steady movements. Pause when you get to the bottom, hovering. Really resist that back arching up off of the floor for number 3. And then steadily going down nice and slowly. And then one more, rising up. Back stays down, do keep breathing. And steadily coming down, nice and slowly, hover. And rest. It's quite tough, isn't it? Okay, so from there, we're now going over into the hip dips. So elbows again come beneath your shoulders, either on your knees or up to the toes. Remember, feet a little wider so you can do that rotation. So rotate the feet, rotate the hip and dip on one side. Use the abdominal muscles to come to the centre and around to the other side. Number 2, rising up, going across for number 3, and rising up and across for number 4, rising up and across for number 5. Really feel that in the waist, so you really use those muscles. And number 6, and up we go, into the centre and down to the knees. So you're now going into your 15-second hip, hand and leg raise. So your hands are beneath your shoulder, your knees are beneath your hips. Take one arm out in alignment with your ear. Take the opposite leg away. Push the fingers, push the toe and keep the tummy pulled in. And let's go with our 15-second raise. And 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And steadily bring the hand down. Bring the knee back. Extend the other arm out. Extend the other leg away. Point the fingers, point the toes. Tummy pulled in, remember. Do keep breathing into the upper rib cage. And we've got our 15 seconds. 10. And we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And steadily bring the arm down and steadily bring the knee in. So we're now going into our 5 push-ups, press-ups. So hands now come wider than your shoulders. Rotate the wrists out a little bit again. Hands come in a little bit. Remember, you can do this on your knees or you can do this on your toe. So I hope you've been trying these trying to get the odd full press up in. Well done if you have. If not, just keep trying. So bum down, pelvis forward, and off we go. No dipping of the spine. Tummy pulled in with our 5 press-ups. So come down, squeeze the shoulders, and pushing up through the arm. And again, coming down, squeeze the shoulders as the elbows bend, and pushing up, keeping the tummy pulled in. Number 3, coming down, squeeze the shoulders, rising up. Number 4, coming down, and rising up, head stays neutral in alignment with your spine. And number 5, coming down, rising up. Fabulous, well done if you've managed some of those. Coming over onto your back again, we're going to do that alternate leg extension. So laying on your back, feet coming up off the floor, heels higher than your knees, back down, tummy tight, engage the abdominals. Hands beside you or under your bum. Extend one heel away to the floor and hover. Rise it back up. Other leg goes down and hover. And rise it back up. Number 3, coming down. And rise it back up. As we're doing these, you'll find that your back wants to arch up. Just don't go down as far in that leg extension. Progression is all about you taking it lower and making sure your back stays flat. And back up. Last 2. Number 7, coming down, pause at the base. And back up. Really keep that back down. Keep telling yourself. And do keep breathing. Number 8, rising up. And brilliant. So well done on the alternate leg extension. We're going into the frog crunch now. So bring the feet and soles of the feet together. Knees coming out wide. Elbows now come bending, hands supporting your neck. So from there you're going to crunch up and then extend the legs away. So let's do that. Back down. So crunch and push. And then come down and breathe in. So have that nice little pause at the end. Crunch away. Extend the legs, feet together, knees together. And now the soles of your feet together as you come back, knees coming wide. Elbows wide, chin off your chest all the time. Number 3. And then coming back down and breathing in. And one more time, elbows wide, chin off your chest, extend the legs nice and long. And then back down and breathing. Brilliant. So we've gone from there into your next one, which is the crunch up, back and down. So crunch up, rotate to the side, come back to the centre, come down, to the side, up and twist and back and drop down. Crunch up for number 3, back and come down. Number 4, crunch up, rotate, trying to lean over with the upper body to get that shoulder down. And number 6, coming up, crunching up to the centre, rotate to the side, back to the centre and down. Last 2. Number 7, twisting over, coming back and dropping down. One more time, crunching up, back down, tummy tight, twist, coming back and coming down. And now coming to one elbow. So get the elbow beneath your shoulder. Remember, knee bent or legs straight. So we're now going into that side hip bridge. Coming up with your hip up into the air. Hand now to the side of you, hip, shoulders in alignment. Let's go 15 seconds. Again, because you're keeping your tummy pulled in, you need to breathe into the upper part of your rib cage. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And steadily bringing it down. And across we go to the other side. So again, knee bent or legs straight. Coming up, make sure the elbow is beneath your shoulder. Now think of that as a good RSJ supporting you. Hip now high, tummy in, shoulder and hips in alignment. And let's go with our 15 seconds. Remember, keep that tummy pulled in and keep breathing into the upper rib cage. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, steadily coming down. So from here now, we're going back over into your bottom because we're going into the laying toe taps. So bring the feet up in the air, cross the feet over, hands now come wide and let your head rest into your hands, elbows wide, chin off your chest, back down tummy tight, elbows as wide as you can, and now reach up and push, pushing over onto the elbow that's down on the floor and trying to reach up to your toes and across to the other side. And bring the arm across like your legs are crossed, so rotate it across, hip to hip, but coming up nice and high. Number 4, and coming back down to that start position each time. Number 5, down and breathe in. Number 6, down and breathe in. And number 7, really feel it squeezing together as you're reaching up and twisting. And number 8, coming down. Brilliant, that's really good, well done. So from that exercise now, we're going into the ankle tap. So bring the feet slightly wider than your hips, knees coming together, hands behind your head again. Back down, head and shoulders up, hand now comes out to the side, palm up, and then let's push down to the side of the shoe. So 1, and coming back. Number 2, and coming back. 3, back and breathe in. 4 more, here we go. 4, hip and rib squeeze together. 3, 2 more times, 2, and back to the start, and 1, and back. And now take the other hand behind your head, take the other hand out to the side, palm up, and off we go. Push across, and come back up. Push down the side of your shoe. Number 3, and back. Make sure you're breathing. Number 5, coming back. Last 2, 7, and back. And last one, number 8, and coming back. Fabulous, so that's really good. So now we're going into that sit-up now, the V sit-up, where your legs come down wide, hands come wide, and you're going to twist in the air. Ready? Off we go. So up and twist, arms coming away. And then down, and then to the other side, up and twist to the other side, and coming down, breathing. Back down, tummy tight, remember, number 3, twist and rotate, and coming down. Number 4, up, twist, rotate, and steadily coming down. Number 5, and twist, back and down. Number 6, rotate, twist, coming back and down. Tummy in, remember, feel that belt always tightening around your waist. And last one like this, and number 8, and twist, coming back, coming down, and pause. Over we go now, because we're going from the twisted V sit-ups into your plank twists. So again, coming over onto your hands and knees initially, and if you can, coming up to those toes now. Feet wider than your shoulders, hands wider than your shoulders. Okay, so bum down, pelvis forward. Now remember, you're going to rotate to the side, twist the feet, and arm comes up into the air. Tummy pulled in, hip stays high, and across, and now to the other side for number 2. Across we go, remember tummy remaining pulled in. Number 3, keep the hip high, really getting into the waist and the abs. You're doing great. Coming across for number 4. Nice smooth rotations. And again, coming across. And remember, if you're just doing a couple of these and then you have to go to your knees, then that's brilliant, because it's all about you improving yourself. Last 2 coming up. Number 7, across. Arm comes up, hip stays high, tummy pulled in. And last one for number 8, coming over, coming across. And then back to the centre, tummy remaining pulled in, and slowly down to the knees. Over onto the bottom we go now to go into the sit-ups. So remember, something to hold onto your feet if you need to on this one. And remember, just do the best you can. So aiming to get the elbows to the outside of your knees, starting off getting your position correct. So back down, tummy tight, and then just bring the elbows slightly forward so you can see your elbows in front of your eyes. Okay, toes lifted, and off we go with that sit-up. And then steadily down, feel that vertebrae roll down. Breathing in. Exhale as you come up. Breathing. Number 3. Excellent. And rolling it down slowly. And number 4. Smooth action. For number 5. And if you've not done this with any if you've had assistance all the time, see how far you can get without any assistance. You'll be surprised. And if you just do one, that's going to be great. And then if you're needing the assistance for the rest of it, that's great. And again, it's about you progressing and improving, getting a stronger core. And number 8, and steadily down. And pause. Well done. They are so hard, aren't they? Okay, so going into the skull crushers. So this is where you need the dumbbells now, or your tin of beans. And then laying back down, you're going to bring the feet up off the floor, heels again slightly higher than your knees. Hands coming up now. Remember, one extension of the leg, and then the other leg, and then the arms coming down together. So off we go. So elbows stay above your shoulders. The elbow to the wrist does that movement, coming either side of the top of your ear. Back stays down as you're extending that leg away. And number 4, hovering that foot off the floor, won't you, if you can. Number 5, and back. Number 6, back down, tummy tight. Breathing. Last 2. Arms coming down, one leg coming down, hovering. Back to the start position. And the last time, number 8. And coming back to the start position. Bring the feet down, bring the arms down, and bring the weight carefully to the side of you. Fabulous. So now we're going on to the plank abductions. So remember, you can do this either on your knees, or you can also do it by taking one leg out to the side of you each time. But coming up into a full plank with your hands on the floor. And then from here, remember you've got the leg coming out. Otherwise, we're going to go into the jumping version. So bum down, pelvis forward. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. So out, in, 2, in, tummy tight, 3, head in alignment with your spine. 5, and jumping. 6, in, jump away. And 8, in, and steadily down to the knee. Fabulous. We're going into the knee tuck and extension. So remember, this is where you're going to kind of bring the bottom up. You're going to crunch your knees into your chest and bring your head up into that nice little curly ball. So just bringing either your feet down or your feet up. It doesn't really matter in the start position, but do get that back down and tummy tight. And now crunch up into that ball. And now push the legs away. Bring the elbows wide chin off your chest. Don't let the back arch, coming up into the ball. Push and extend the legs. Number 3, crunch up into the ball. And really keep the tummy pulled in. Extend away. And number 4, pushing away. And again, the easy option for this is doing 4 on each side, having one foot on the floor with the knee bent. And then you just do 4 on the other side. And number 5. And away and extend. And number 6, crunch up, squeeze, tummy pulled in. And away, elbows wide, chin off your chest. Number 7, crunch up into the ball. Push away and extend. Beautiful, lovely smooth action. Number 8, pushing away and extending the feet and the legs. Bringing that back in, bring the feet down. Well done on that one. Okay, so going into the next one, which is your Charlie's Angels. So 2 fingers together, cross the fingers over, the thumbs over, hands now come above your head, elbows staying relatively in towards each other. Back down, tummy tight, and then legs come wider, knees come wider, and side, centre, side around the world. Ready? Let's go. Side, centre, side, come around the world. 2, 2, 3, coming around. So back down, tummy pulled in, pelvis slightly tilted, and 4, 2, 3, stop at the top and change direction. So side, centre, side, coming around. 2, 2, can you stay in that lovely crunch? So side crunch, centre crunch, side crunching around, and then side, centre, side to the top, and pause. Well done. Okay, so from that one, we're now going into the 3 pulse side bend. So steadily coming up to your feet. Taking one weight into your hand, or your tin of beans if you're using any weight. You don't have to use weight. Feet wider than your shoulders. And now bring the opposite hand without the weight to your ear. Elbow comes wide, and think about your posture, ear in alignment with your shoulder, shoulder in alignment with your hips. No bending of the knees. Now come over to the side where the weight is and pulse for 3, 2, 1, and rise up. Now as you rise up, 3, 2, tense the abs now, rising up. And 3, 2, 3, and rise up. Feel it as you're pulling on the top side, rising up, and again squeezing on the inside together and up. I don't know if I did 4 there. 3, 2, 1, and rise up. Number 6, 2, 3, and rise up. 7, 2, 3, and really tense the abs, and 8, 2, 3, and up. Excellent. Changing now. Take the weight into the other hand. Hand coming to the ear, elbows come wide, and everything in alignment. Let's go. So pulse, 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 rise up. 2, 2, 3, and rise up. Number 3, tense the abs as you come up. Number 4, and up. 5, 2, 3, and rise up. 6, 2, 3, really feel it extend at the top, squeezing together on the lower side. Everything staying in alignment. 1 more. 8, 2, 3, and rise up. Okay, taking that weight down carefully. And now going into your 16 mountain climbers. So coming down onto your hands and knees again, bringing the hands wider than your shoulders, wrists turned in slightly, out slightly even. Back up onto your toes, and now you're going to bring that knee up to the chest and back down and the other side. So 16, let's go. So 1 and back. 2. Now keep that back nice and long. Let the leg do the movement. 4. Tummy remains pulled in. Head stay neutral in alignment with your spine where possible. 7 and back. 8 and back. 9, come back. 10, 11, and extend. Always going back to that start position. Don't let that bum start coming up and up. 14, up. Don't let the back dip. And 1 more. 60, and back and down. Well done. Okay, so going into the final exercise for today. So we're going to do the push through of that leg now. So remember, you've got the easy option, which is to take the knee across. Oh, you've got the harder option where you take the leg through and extend it. So again, hands wider than your shoulders, wrists turned out slightly. Okay, so feet hip distance apart, bum down, pelvis forward. And let's go. So across and through and come back. Number 2 and through. 3, remember to bend the elbow on the side that you're turning away from. Just slightly. 6 and through. 7, come back. 8 and back. 9, bring it back. Getting the hip down as you pull that leg through. 13 and through. 14, 15, and 1 more time. 16, coming back, coming down to the knees. Sit back in the heel. And give yourself a round of applause. Oh my goodness, that was quite tough, wasn't it? So very well done. We've done day 27, we've got 1 more day to go. So I'll see you tomorrow, and congratulations, you're doing great. Bye for now, love, Maggie.